All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Nancy Rebecca and I am a retired nurse, but I have been working for 30 years as a psychic and teaching psychic development. And so if you've been following me for a while, you know we're talking about all the wild and wacky and weird that is truly becoming one of our realities in life. And so we're really have been stretching the limitations of our mind, and scientifically there's a lot that's really backing up what we have always spiritually known. Shamans have always spiritually known, the seekers and seers of the world have always known, and it's so much fun to watch science start to catch up with it. So this is what has inspired my talk for today, and it's about teleportation, light bodies, and the future of frequency travel. And so, inspired by futuristic technology from Star Trek, the idea of teleportation, stepping into a chamber, remember that? Dissolving into energy and then reappearing on another planet is not only a fascinating sci fi concept, but is also a doorway into deeper spiritual that includes scientific inquiry. So, when we went through our big event in April and not April and May, sorry, the end of March, March 29th, that big portal shift of the earth going through the portal that we're really shifting in frequency, and then the crystallization of dreams into reality at the beginning of April. We're still shifting a lot from that, and I would suspect we're going to for the next several years. So that's what really inspired me, because when we went through the event, those who went through the event with me, they were guided through a meditation to really explore as multidimensional beings those higher dimensions, such as we're living in our third dimensional world. We've got the fourth dimension, which is the bridge. We have the fifth dimension, which is much more where our higher self resides, that's full of wisdom and knowledge. But then we can go on to the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and further in regards to being able to expand our consciousness into those higher realms. So that really inspired this talk. So let me go ahead and get started, because could this truly become a reality for us? Is it already happening at a higher dimension? Well, I think so. What do you think? So let's explore this talk together. And remember, I'm going to have a really great meditation at the end so that you can have that experience, because after all, I am an experiential teacher that loves to teach through contrast. And so what I mean by that is you're experiencing who you are, your human self, but then we're going to go through the meditation to expand and then bring that expansion back into the 3D realm, and you will probably experience some sort of energetic shift. So the Star Trek transporter, that's what it was called, the transporter, would scan a person at the subatomic level. It would convert their physical body, which is truly made of light. It's truly made of energy. It's just a denser energy, so we see it as a physical reality. But it would convert that matter into energy, and then it would transmit that energy all the way to a new location. So in the Star Trek show, they would go to another planet, and then once they arrived there, you would see all the atoms coming back together again, atom by atom, reforming their body. Now, I don't remember if there was a show for any of you Trekkie fans out there. You can let me know if there was a show where maybe someone's little atoms didn't come back together again, but I don't remember that. But this is fictional technology, but it inspired my imagination to just what might be possible through advanced science and consciousness, as those two are finally starting to come together. So let's talk a little bit about quantum teleportation from a scientific point of view. So guess what? In real world quantum experiments, they are having great success of teleporting photons and atoms. And this is not just physical movement, but a transfer of quantum state of information. And the science is using quantum entanglement as it's been demonstrated to travel over distances, and it shows how information can move instantly, hinting at future potential. So in quantum entanglement, it's like you can have, we'll just say an atom is over here I live in Washington State, so let's just say it's in the United States and Washington State, and now I have a lot of friends in South Africa, and so let's just say at the same time there's an atom there that is responding to everything that I'm doing here. It's also responding over there, and why? Because all this high level of knowledge can interact with all the atoms throughout the universe and all around the world. I'm trying to remember what happened to me. Oh, so I was about ready to have a meeting, and I have a nonprofit called Soul Seeds. So you can look it up, soulseeds.net. And I'm the head of the board members. And so I had arranged the meeting. Well, I had forgotten about the Zoom link for the Zoom call. And so I quickly gathered it together to send a reminder out to the whole board to include the Zoom link. I had literally just had pushed the button to send the Zoom link out to everybody at the same time. It was like bing. I got a text message from one of the board members that said, a little gentle reminder that we don't have the Zoom link yet. And I just started laughing. So here it is. She lives in California. I live here. I'm thinking about the Zoom link. She's thinking about the Zoom link. And at the same exact time, we both responded to it. So in some ways, we could call that some type of quantum entanglement of activity. All right, so biophotons, you've heard me talk about biophotons really light up your DNA, and that your DNA is always a bright light, but it can get covered over with old beliefs, old behaviors, old memories, old energy, old epigenetics from trauma, from your ancestral lines. And then once it's uncovered, it really gets polished up and it can really shine a light. So the body emits ultra weak light called biophotons, and researchers believe that consciousness and memory just might exist as light or energy patterns. I'm excited about that. And this supports the idea that one day we could encode or transmit our light body rather than our dense physical body. What do you think about that? So the light body activation in spiritual traditions has existed for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So in mystical traditions, they speak of the light body or the rainbow body or Merkaba, which some of you are very familiar with the Merkaba, which is, I think it's like a 6-pointed star, 2 pyramids upside down. Anyway, I would highly recommend that you look it up. These are higher frequency versions of the human form that allow interdimensional travel. Ascended beings in various traditions demonstrate bilocation, transportation, and spontaneous appearance. And these abilities happen through frequency mastery, not just machinery like in Star Trek. I remember Rose Perry, who is a very highly revered spiritual elder and teacher of the Maori people in New Zealand. And I am fortunate enough that I was able to take a full day workshop with her as she talked about energy fields. So she tells the story that she would travel all over the world and give talks. But she would bilocate to check on her grandchildren and her children, make sure her husband, everything was okay at home. And she gets home and she connects with her grandkids and says, asked something about, did you see me? And they said, well, yes, but next time when you come to check on us, could you not stand in front of the television? And so I get such a great kick out of that because it can really be like that. Like if you've ever played with traveling in your astral body somewhere and you want to know if somebody could sense you. And it was like, yeah, I thought I saw you 1 minute and then I didn't think I saw you the next minute. So that's called bilocation. Now, DNA, sacred geometry, and frequency travel. So, some theories suggest the body can reconstruct using frequency blueprints stored in your DNA. Sacred geometry patterns may hold the codes for energetic reconstruction. So, I'm going to be teaching a workshop. It hasn't gone public yet, where we're going to take that sacred geometry from the Egyptian hieroglyphs. We're going to be working with that. So the idea, you don't move the body, but you can activate it to another location by using an energetic signature. Now, I remember someone telling me that Jesus has had the ability to bilocate in 12 different places at the same time on Earth. And I think I heard this back in 1998. And I thought, where in the world did that person pull that out of a hat? You know, it was just such a far stretch for my mind. Well, now that I really sense into it, I bet that was highly possible. I mean, what do you think? I mean, Jesus was at such a high frequency that could potentially work through 12 different bodies from one soul. Like, I mean, I know it sounds far out there, but there were many people that have written historical documents from India, from the Americas, from the South Americas, where maybe from Eastern Europe or Europe, where they had similar stories, or maybe even in different time periods where they had the same similar stories of a similar person with the characteristics that Jesus had of that love and compassion. I mean, I remember when I was in Kathmandu and they had pictures of Jesus throughout one of their Hindu temples, and I was perplexed by that. And I asked, you know, what does Jesus mean to you? And they said, well, Jesus brought love and compassion to all of our teachings. And so they highly revere Jesus as well. But if you heard from people in other religious beliefs, they would not believe that Jesus was revered in other places. But anyway, I'm getting a little off topic on my little soapbox. So let's get back to, so is Star Trek teleportation bilocation possible? So not with our current physical technology, and it would require immense safeguards for that to happen. Like, would you want to step into a teleportation device if it hadn't ever been studied before? It's like, are you going to believe that you are going to teleport to the place, the destination that they have dialed into the machine? So possibly in the future, as science catches up with consciousness and frequency understanding, but on a soul spiritual level, many already can do this, where you can transport yourself, you can move through walls, you can move through doors. I mean, there isn't anything that you can't move through, kind of like neutrinos in a way. So as in the astral body, you can bilocate and energetically project, astral projection. So the future is already within you. We don't have to wait for science to prove this. So we're going to do a little meditation here next. But whether through science, spirit, or merging with both, the concept of teleportation is just not as far-fetched as we might have believed. As we awaken to our light bodies and understand ourselves, our energy field, and our frequency, we're going to be able to get in touch with the edges of what Star Trek only dreamed of. Teleportation isn't just about moving the body, it's about remembering that you are light. And with the light you have, there you know no limitations. And that's where we're going. So I would love to hear from you in the comment section about what you believe we have the potential to do. I mean, whatever we can dream, we can form into reality, because the frequency of where we are right now, the dimensions of where we have the potential and where we are already going, we'll be able to prove that very soon. So in this guided meditation, I'm calling it Awakening the Light Body and Traveling by Frequency. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. And let's go ahead and have you close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Allow yourself to just take a breath, feel the weight of your body, and take a moment to check in with your body to see how it's feeling during this great time of transformational changes that we are going through here on Earth. Scan your body. Can you feel your feet on the ground? Can you remember that meditation? I did a meditation guided one earlier about feeling the skin. But just ask your body, how can it feel supported by you right now as it's attempting to keep up with the frequency shifts? Go ahead. As you follow your breath, continue to now check in with your higher wise soul self and ask your higher wise self to help you to have an experience, an enhanced intuitive experience of awakening your light body. Now go ahead and bring your attention to the center of your heart. Imagine a soft glow, a pulse of golden white light, diamond light at the center, beginning to expand outwardly. Imagine this diamond white golden light is your original blueprint. Your divine intelligence of your soul that is encoded with light. With every breath you take, this light grows brighter, more luminous, more alive. Allow this light from your heart to spark light in the lower part of your body, in your legs, and connect your heart light with the heart light of Mother Earth in a deep, grounded way for your body before you begin to expand. Beautiful. Coming back to the heart of that inner core diamond light of your blueprint, allow it to rise up through your throat area, up through your head, and spark the light in your crown chakra, which is the area above where your baby's soft spot would have been, to your soul star chakra hovering above your head. Feel your energy above your head begin to soften the cells of your body, your molecular structure of your physical cells, into a shimmering state of light. You're still here, but your form becomes less dense and more fluid. You are becoming your light body, the part of you that is timeless, weightless, and limitless. Feel your shimmering light begin to oscillate. Begin to move in a fluid way with the frequency of your light. You are now pure consciousness, encoded with your soul's light signature, light blueprint. You are safe. You are whole. Now set your intention. Where would your light body like to travel today? Is it another place on Earth? Do you wish to travel to another dimension? Or would you like to travel to another star system that calls to your soul? Feel yourself move, not through space, but through a resonance frequency. You are drawn by frequency with the matched vibration and frequency of your destination. Like tuning into a radio station, you arrive with ease and effortlessness through alignment with like frequencies, light and like frequencies. Take a moment to look around, feel what you sense. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you know? Let yourself receive the wisdom from this place, the light, this journey. When you're ready, gently begin to return. Like imagine the home navigation system. You just set your intention to return home to yourself. Feel yourself becoming more embodied again. Feel the light particles of you coming back into form. Effortlessly reassembling, but with greater clarity, more luminosity than you had before. Bring all the light, all the wisdom, all the healing back with you, back into your physical body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a nice deep breath in. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and stretch that amazing body of yours and just look around the room to reestablish that you are back in your space. And just remember, your light body is always with you. You are not bound by space or time. You only are tuned in. You're only tuned in by frequency. You are a traveler of light, a keeper of codes, and a bridge between dimensions. I can really sense that you're not totally back 100% yet. And so that's okay. Just continue to feel all the frequency of who you are returning back, becoming again in that physical form. And please take a moment to write in the comments section what that experience was, experiencing your light body, your frequency, traveling in your light body. What was that experience like for you? I would love to hear more. So as you all know, I am still in Egypt as of this video. I will certainly be back soon and will love to share with you everything that I've been learning. But we're growing, we're expanding, we're becoming light, and we all still are stronger together than we ever have been apart. So thank you so much for participating, and I will see you on the next YouTube Live. Take care. Bye-bye.